Hey guys, Rich Bassini here, YouTube vlog and creator. Today I want to talk about the Sony DSC S75 camera. I'm going to show you where you can get the user manual for it if you don't have one. I bought mine brand new back in the day, and I'm going to talk a little about it, so I hope you guys could stick around. Hopefully you'll get something out of this video. I'm going to talk a little about the difference between what is a DSC camera and a DSLR camera, and also what is MPEG. For this camera, it shoots at MPEG, and I did some samples of it, and it's not really good, to be honest with you. But I'm going to show you how to upload it. So I hope you guys can stick around and check it out. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Here is my camera, and here I bought this. Well, they said this camera came out in 2001, and I'm going to show you where it says all that there. I got quite a few websites I'm going to, share with you guys, so I hope you guys can stick around. This I bought brand new back in the day. This case I bought separate. Now, when I bought this here, it came with the memory card, and I believe it was one of these here, I'm not sure, USB that would connect to the sides over here, on the side here. We can open it up here, like that. I believe it was one of these here. This would plug into here. Right, like this, see, like this, and then you would plug this into your USB port, okay? And then this one here, if I'm not mistaken, this came with it. I believe this came with it too. Because and the reason why you say you sound like I sound confused is because I bought a Sony DCR SR340 or something like that, and they almost basically give you the same cables, almost, And this would go in here. This would go in here. And this would go into these RCA cables. Would go into, if you have those jacks on your TV. I have an old TV, still Panasonic, and you would plug this in here, and you could, try transfer. I believe you could transfer. I never, something. Ever since I bought this camera back in the day, I never used these things here, these cables, to get the pictures out. Basically, what I would do was just go in here like this, push out here, and get the little SD card that comes out. So, anyway, so when I bought this back in the day, I think it was $500 probably with the tax back then for this little camera, this little DSC camera. Okay, and it says over here, and DSC stands for right over here, if you guys could see it. Digital, right here on top, digital still camera. Say DSC S75. This camera has been good to me. With 2025 now, I mean, it still goes strong. It's still going strong. I took a sample picture of it here. Of a photo I have, and I also did MPEG. MPEG is awful. I'm going to show you a sample of it as well. By the way, just to let you guys know, I am doing the video editing with the Filmora 14. Okay, just to let you guys know, and I'm going to show you how to get the information on here, the photos and the MPEG, and how you upload it, or I should say transfer to the Filmora 14. Yeah, so this camera is not bad. It comes with the lens cap and stuff like that. Carl Zeiss lens, as you can see here. You could get these cameras for a dime a dozen. When you think about it, right? Well, I know. I'd say to myself, I look back when I even look on the internet, like at eBay and stuff like that, and I say, wow, I paid $500 for this thing, and now you can get it for $30, $29 off of eBay. I think Amazon has one, I think, for a little more money, and it's like, wow, But I bought it brand new, and I have older cameras I bought from the thrift store that work and are good. Okay, I lucked out with them, and I'm not going to talk about those cameras right now, but I just want to talk about this one for argument's sake, and we're going to talk about the specifications and stuff with that. Yeah, this case, and when you buy this here, you get a couple things with it. You get a cleaning thing with it, if I'm not mistaken. Look at all the memory cards I picked. These cards I got here, guys, I didn't purchase. These are ones when I got from the cameras, because I was selling cameras like this, same models. Look how many I got. I mean, I could take pictures galore. Look at this here. Look at this. This one here is a Lexar, 128 gigabyte, right? Is it gigabyte or megabyte? Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say it was gigabyte in here? It's supposed to be megabyte. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. This one says megabyte. This is 32 megabyte. I think with gigabytes. Oh boy, my bad. All right, and this one here is 8 megabyte. But anyway, what the point I'm trying to say is I got a lot of these 8 megabyte. I got a lot of these here from the cameras, because some of them when they sell these things used, these cameras used, some people forget to take the things out and have to reformat them to erase all the data, because I don't want nobody's files on there, stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I ended up getting in here. That's what I got a lot here. Got a little cleaning kit picked up, which I hardly use. Basically, I just use a little alcohol on the clean rig just to clean the lens, stuff like that. And this case here, I think when I bought it, I think it was $49, something like that. I think it's leather. It's supposed to be leather, unless it's a leatherette, whatever. It's this Sony. It's made for this camera, you know. And it doesn't really have too much. It just has this little pouch on here to put it in. It's not bad. It's a nice little thing. If you don't want to carry a big bulky thing, it's good. So yeah, I got that there. The memory card here, when I upload, when I transfer the files to this here, I just pop this in my computer. Okay. Now here's the thing: if you have a card reader built into your computer, you're okay. If not, this is a thrift store find. I tell you, I love the thrift store, and I had to pick this thing up. This I got at the thrift store, cable and all. It's got different card reader features here, like that. Yeah, that goes in there. If you see these here, this is Dynex. If you see them, and you say, I might not need it, you might, if you're in the eBay, well, I've been selling eBay for 26 years now, and every now and then I come across cameras and they have different card readers, even for that little guy like that there, little SD card, whatever. You might want to pick it up. Like I said, thrift stores, you get good deals with it. It plugs in the back here, and then you plug the little cable in here, and this part in here goes into USB port, and here you could transfer all your photos or videos on here. Not with this particular. Now I wouldn't transfer photos. I mean, of videos. Like I said, wait till you see the MPEG. You say that's all for rich, But yeah, that's what it's all on. Everything is on this little memory stick here. Okay, so we're gonna put that. This, like I said, I got this at a thrift store. Okay, I'm gonna leave this out for now because I already took a picture and I already did the MPEG on it. But we're gonna leave this out here. When you buy Sony, actually, let's put this guy over here. When you buy Sony, they give you pretty much, a lot of documentation. You get the manual, and I'm going to show you where to get this manual online. They give you stuff like this here. I don't know, just like, I don't know what this is here. Is this the bill of sale? No, I don't think it is. This is information on how to contact them. This here is for my Sony remote control tripod. I don't know if you guys seen it there. I bought it. I'm not going to talk about it now, but this is what you get when you buy the tripod. They give you this little pamphlet that you open it up and you can read more into it there. That's what I got. I paid $100 for this back in the day when I bought it. Still works great, no problem with it. Then you get some other paperwork with it, whatever. This one here, this is, what is this for? I can't remember offhand. Copy images taken with your digital still camera on your Windows XP computer. That's how old this thing is. Well, it was made back in 2001. So you're talking old camera, but for an old camera, it still works great. And I will say this though, there was one little issue I had with it, and it was a hot summer day, and I don't leave my cameras in the car, or I don't leave them in a hot house, or whatever. What happened was I was taking pictures on a hot summer day, and the little LCD screen here was getting staticky. In other words, even if the pictures, I couldn't see the pictures, I had to just basic, rely on the autofocus in here to make the pictures come out good. Even though it was like staticky, you couldn't see it. When I took it out, it was able to still take pictures. Long story short, I had to take this. I called up Sony. I said, you guys have a Sony repair shop where I could send this to and get it fixed. And they said, I think this would go to, I think they had a repair place in Laredo, Texas, was it? You pay $150. That includes the shipping, handling, return, and to fix it. If you can't fix it, I think they gave you the money back. I'm not sure, but it was fixable. So most likely they're going to make it fixable. But what they probably did is replace the screen. They cleaned it out and stuff like that. They make sure it's perfectly functioning, good order. And I think it took about a week, maybe a week and a half to get it back. But it was like brand spanking new. That's the only thing I had that I had to have service on here, was get this new LCD screen placed on here. Okay. Otherwise, I personally think it takes great pictures. I don't own a DSLR camera. That's why I tell people when I do my videos, I said, I don't have a DSLR camera. Some of them are pretty cheap. Not cheap, affordable. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. They're affordable. you know. However, I do have another little Sony camera that I have, and that there does video and takes great photos. It's a 12 megapixel. This one here is a 3.3 megapixel, you know. But it takes great pictures. I think so. That's just my personal take. Other people may beg to differ. All right. Here is the charge cord you get with it. This is what comes with it. And I had to put over your Sony CyberShot camera because the other camera I have, my big Sony video camera, has the same exact one. Not that the voltage is different on here. I just wanted that because I got this first, and then I bought the other camera later on. So I didn't want to mix it up. They're exactly the same. As a matter of fact, if that one got damaged or whatever, I could use this to charge it up. But this is what you get with it. That's it with this part here. And this here, in case you're wondering, oh, where would this go? This would go right over here. Sometimes getting it out, and you could plug it in like that. Now, when the battery goes low, this happened to me many times. I was doing when I was taking taking photos. You see the little battery light indicator on here, and then when it gets really weak, it cuts off. You know, that's it. So I would plug this into the wall receptacle, and it would allow me to continue to make photos and stuff like that. So did it damage anything? No, it doesn't hurt anything like that. They've been doing it for years. Yeah, so that's what you get with this here. And the other thing I want to show you guys that I picked up at the first store for this camera is this here, and with the case. Now, it's nothing great, okay? It's nothing great, but if you're going outdoors or whatever, this here is not a bad thing to have. I picked it up as a guess. I second guessed it because, to be truthfully honest with you, I didn't think this was going to work. This is Tiffin. It's got the tint in there. I don't know if you can see that there. It's got that tint. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I have any. Right? I put it in here? No, I didn't put it in here. Okay. Yeah, it's got a tint on it. It's got like a light little tint. Anyway, so what happens is you would take this off here, and I just happened to look out with this here, and it happens to fit in here. I don't know how many millimeters this thing. 43 millimeter, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, this goes on like this here, and now it gives you, and then you can put different lenses on here. Like, you know, this has got a filter on here. It's got a clear one to protect the lens. It's also got one of those filter lenses for outdoors. You know, those UV lenses, whatever, something like that. Yeah, I picked this. Like I said, I got this again. I got this little thing here with the two lenses at the thrift store, and it worked. I just happened to get lucky. It worked. So, yeah. Do I use it? Yeah, it takes nice outdoor pictures. It does make a difference. It makes a difference in you know, your photos when they come out, especially if it's a bright sunny day out. You know, it does make a difference. Okay, let's put this back over here now. We talked enough about that. I'm going to show you in a little bit. Let me just put this over here for now. Put this back in here. I tell you get some good stuff at thrift stores. I have to honestly say, the things I bought at thrift stores, it's amazing. I mean, and the stuff. If you guys don't go thrift storing, thrifting, you should check them out because you might come across cameras like this, and you know, and other things too. I got a DJI gimbal at a thrift store, and I got it for like really cheap. And normally it goes for about 60, 70 bucks or something like that. I got it really cheap, and it's like, I had to get it. I seen it was behind the counter. I said, took it out, you know, told the guy, yeah, checked it out, make sure nothing was damaged on it. And they might say, well, how are you going to test it? Well, that's the thing. When you're buying stuff like that off a thrift store, you are taking a gamble. But I lucked out with it, and things like, it's by brand spanking new. It came with the user manual and stuff like that, the case, and it works great. It works great with my iPhone 8. The iPhone 5S, the iPhone 12, I don't know if it can handle it because the iPhone 12 is a heavy iPhone. People who own them, you know what I'm talking about. It's the stainless steel one. That thing's like a brick. I mean, it's so heavy. To me, it is anyway, you know. But yeah, that's what I got with this here. And like I said, you know, sometimes you get good stuff over here at the thrift store. All right, so let's go over here, and I want to show you something. We're going to go to a couple sites here. Okay, here we are at the Sony site here, and as you can see here, this is Sony support. If you guys have this camera, I will drop the link for it in case you want to get the instructions, the operating instructions, so that the warranty, forget about that. Of course, how to take great baby photos. This is the things you could check out while you're here. But we're going to go with the operating instructions. You're going to click this on. It's a PDF file. Here we have the digital still camera. It's 104 pages. Okay, I had the original one because, like I said, I bought this brand spanking new. And if we just do a mouse scroll over here, you'll just see a little stuff in here, what it's all about. You know, declaration of conformity and so on and so forth. Let's speed it up a little here. And the thing is, folks, if you have this camera and you don't have the use a manual, come here, you could check it out. You could read it online if you want. You could print out one page if you want. This is identifying the parts. You know, as you can see here, that tells you number 1, shutter button, self timer, AF illuminator, and so on and so forth. You know, you could just print, if you just, let's just say you wanted this one here, just identifying the parts. You could just print it out, and it's really simple. And I'll share with you right now, because you might be a new subscriber. Hopefully you're a new subscriber, and you might not know what I'm talking about. So let me just share with you. Here's the little printer icon, okay? And this is just to print out, like what do you call it there? Just a number of pages, 2, 3, 4, 1, whatever. And okay, a range of pages. So let's go over here. Click this on the little printer. You're going to click it on here. It's going to open up another window. And this is my printer. It's the HP Laser 400 M401. And here it shows you like this here. And you could go do more settings and stuff like that. You could do it actually, actual size. This is the actual size of it. Too small. I'd rather keep it at 100%. It's a lot of pages. It's a lot of toner. If you do it double side, you'll cut it in half. So it'll be 52 pages. You know, it'll come out to 52 pages, double-sided. Okay. Yeah, you can do that if you choose to do so, or if you just want a range of paper, like a range, like let's say 1 through 5, whatever. I'll show you really quick. So let's say you're over here and you're looking at it. Let's say this is. Let's do this for example. This is. Let's say this is page 1, 2, 3. I know the pages are going to count at 4. All right. All right. Let's go here. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to come over here. I just want 1 through 4. I don't need the whole thing. Okay. So you're going to do is you're going to come over here, and even I got examples. You're going to click this on, and you're just going to go 1 through 4. And then when you hit it, when you go down now, is 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's it. See how it stops? That's it. And then when you hit your print button, it'll print it out. Again, you can even do that in double-sided too. So instead of printing 4 pages, you'll print 2. You'll save paper. All right. Now, if you wanted just 1 page, same thing. Click it out. Oh, where we get that out of there? 1-on-1, and that's it. That's it. Now you'll just print that 1 page. That's it. You couldn't get more simplified than that. All right. So that's how you would do that if you wanted to, instead of printing out the whole thing. All right. That's how you would do it. You go to print the icon and just do it that way. Or again, you could read it online. All right. So again, that's 104 pages. Okay. So we got that out of the way. I'm going to come back to this here. I'm going to get rid of this here, and I know I could probably give this to you, but I'd rather give you the other one there. So just remember when I drop this link, this is where you're gonna come to. This is what you want to print out, the operating instructions. And then also, if you hit how to take great baby photos, it's gonna bring over here. Probably, I was gonna say it's gonna probably be in color, and you get like a little idea how it's done. It's only 1 page, say stuff like that there. So you could do it like that. How to take great birthday photos, holiday. If you print out the holiday ones, I'll show you again. Same thing, 1 page. It's usually just a 1 pager. But anyway, let's close some of those windows out because I got a lot of windows I want to share with you. All right, so that one I'm going to leave up. Now, the Sony DSC S75 was released in 2001. This is an oldie. I mean, it's an oldie. Just want to get a little swig of water here. It's an oldie, but goodie. It still works. I think so. Yeah, so it says over here the Sony CyberShot DSC S75 was released in 2001. It was a popular point-and-shoot digital camera with the 3.34 megapixel CCD sensor and a Carl Zeiss lens, which is good. Okay, and then over here it's show more, and then you got autofocus, digital point, and it'll talk a little more about that there, about the. Well, I don't think they're going to talk about the MPEG in here. Maybe they will. Whatever. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not going to leave these up. These type of websites, I'm not going to leave them up. You could always check that out your own. Okay. Here's a question that people always ask. I have relatives even too. Even myself, and I typed in here, what are the differences between a DSC, or I put 2 A's there, a DSC camera and a DSLR camera. And this is what I came up with. SearchLab says a DSLR digital single lens reflex and a camera, and a DSC digital still camera are both types of digital cameras, but they differ in their design, features, and intended use. DSLRs are known for their interchangeable lenses, and then it goes on to larger sensors and extensive manual controls, making them suitable for serious photographers. DSCs, on the other hand, typically they have fixed lenses, smaller sensors, and more user-friendly automatic settings, making them ideal for the casual photography. Okay, and then if you read over here, here's more detail for the comparison, all right, on the thing, you know, the digital DSLR cameras. And you know, you assume I talked about manual controls, optical viewfinder. Okay, if you want, you could always pause the video if you want to come back and read more to see if you don't feel like going to all these sites, whatever. So that's the difference between the DSLR camera and digital still camera. Okay, this Sony camera I have is MPEG. It's awful. Wait till you see it. I love the camera, I just don't like MPEG. On the Sony DSC S75 camera, MPEG refers to movie, onto the MPEG movie mode, which allows the camera to record moving pictures, video with audio. This feature is also referred to as MPEG Movie EX, enables recording directly to the memory stick until it's full. There are two main MPEGs modes, MPEG EX 8 frames per second and MPEG HQ 16 frames per second with better audio, but the MPEG HQ clips are limited to 15 seconds, and I believe that's what I have here because I was trying to take a lot of pictures and it cut out on me. Anyway, what can I tell you? You know, technology gets better as time goes on, right? I mean, that back in the day, that was probably good stuff, but not today. It's awful. So I'm going to close that out. This is the specs, right? Yeah, Sony DSC S75 specifications. It goes on to say here, it's a 3x optical zoom, 34 102 millimeter equivalent, whatever. And you can see it over here. I'll just read this one from Search Labs. The Sony CyberShot DSC S75 is a point-and-shoot digital camera with 3.34 megapixel sensor with the optical zoom, Carl's Zeiss lens, and a 1.8 LCD screen. Okay. It also features like movie recording with audio for autofocus and uses lithium-ion battery. The camera is designed to be portable and user-friendly, and these are the key specifications right here. Okay, so if you have one of these cameras, this pertains to you as well. We're going to get rid of that one. Here you could get these cameras for a song and a dance. Here's one over here, same thing, right? It's $25, of course, it's used, and you're going to most likely have to pay for shipping. Okay, it's not a DSLR camera. It doesn't have interchangeable lens and stuff like that, but it takes great videos. Okay, you can see here, Macari says it for $35, $40, and all different. Again, you could check that out if you choose to want a camera like this. They're not bad. This here is being sold right now, as far as I know. Yeah, only one left in stock. Order soon. The price is $80 for this one here, and this is what you get with it, I guess. Hopefully, you would get the charge code with it. You gotta charge it up, so it looks like they're just giving you an 8 megabyte memory stick there. But yeah, they still sell them. That's the funny thing. They still sell them. As a matter of fact, I think I was scrolling down here. Yeah, I thought so. There's someone over here selling it for $109 with free shipping. Okay. You know, it's funny, old cameras, but they do take good photos. Well, in some cases, videos too. Not this one, not with the MPEG, but I still like the photos in here. All right. So we talked a little about that. You know where to get the user manual. We talked about MPEG. What's the difference between DSLR, DSC cameras? Here I'm showing you, you know, you could buy one for $80, but if you go to eBay, you could probably get it cheaper, but who knows, whatever. Now we're going to go to Filmora. Okay, we're in the Filmora interface here. This is the, like I said earlier, is the Filmora 14. I'm going to take the memory stick. I'm going to put it in my memory card reader on my computer. I don't need the card reader itself, the external one. I got one built into my computer. We're going to put it right in here. No audible sound. Oh, there it goes. Let's wait for the audible sound for it to acknowledge it. Okay, so now, how we're going to get that information on here? Well, simple. We're going to go over here to import. It's still reading. Okay. And here we are at the memory stick here. Like you go to your local C drive, right? And you're going to see it here. It'll have DCIM and MS Sony. The MS1 is the movie one. That's going to like the MPEG. And this one here, when you get to the DCIM, that's for the photo. So what we're going to do, we're going to do the photo first, and we're going to come back to the other one. So we're going to click this on here. That's why I just took a picture of a portrait in here, paint I have. I'm going to put that in here. And that's going to jump onto the work area here. And once it loads up, that's the photo. Took a little crooked picture, but it's okay. You guys got the idea of it. I'm going to show you how you can make that look nice too. You can dress it up and stuff. We're going to go back over here, and I'm going to show you the MPEG. All right, so it goes under MOM, LOZ, whatever. It's going to be a number like that. You click it on. I don't know if I could do all of these here. Let's see if I can get them all on here. Let's see. Sometimes, okay, sometimes they'll tell you you can only do one at a time, whatever. And, okay, let's see. It's going to import. I think there might have been one more. 2, should be 4. Oh, there is it. Okay. All right, you ready? Here we go. This is MPEG. Yeah, see, 15 seconds. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't take a lot of pictures. All right, here we go. Rainy. I mean, I didn't take any outdoor pictures with it. All you could do is 15 seconds. But back then, the technology was probably better. Let's see if I got anything. Did I take a better one over here? How much better I could take it? Again, that's the same thing. Well, different. They're all basically. I'm gonna bore you to death with these here. And that's MPEG for you right there. Let's do the photo. Photo came out nice and clear. I think so. Again, all right. Yeah, it's a little tilted. All right, so let's go over here back again to color. Let's go back over here, go back to this here again, color. Let's go back up. And again, you could do the same thing. I mean, but this is clear now, okay? This is the photo, okay? And again, you could play around with it. You know, you could change it up. This is brighten, this is boost, this is blockbuster. They got all different LUTs. When you hit the pull down arrow, you're gonna get different ones here. Okay, cool max, darken, elegant, okay? Here's epic. Ooh, that looks like the other one I just did there, right? Lomo, this is jungle. This is film, I guess film, I don't know what that is. Far East, this is Far East, and this is fantasy. To be truthfully honest with you, if I was going to, make this look a little nice, I like the brighten feature of it. I think the bright feature is nice. If I was going to, like I said, I like to sharpen it up because people always say when you got that 4K look, it's always a sharp, clear picture. Must have passed it up there, and you could sharpen it up, even make it more. So you could do this is at 100%. That doesn't look that bad, but I mean, I'm pretty happy with the camera I have. But I don't know how long this video is going to be, folks. If you got a little takeaway from it, again, if you like the camera, if you do like that camera, you know where you get them. If you got a little takeaway from this video here, if it enlightened you a little about the Sony DSC S75 camera, and you got a little takeaway from it, and you want to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and hit that bell notification icon when I post that in videos, that would be greatly appreciated. Help this channel grow. You know, folks, how hard I'm trying to make this channel grow. I try to put out videos on a daily basis. I put the news out at times. I can put the news. You guys share stuff that comes up with. When it comes out, I like to share with you guys. Keep you in the know what's going on. I will talk to you guys the next time. This is Rich Bassini signing off. Take care, and bye-bye for now.